in the first round in the last 32 that he did it. Because
maybe book someone at some stage through it, because they did do it, and I've done it myself in games where you're trying to manage it out, you're trying to slow it down, you're trying to agitate the crowd. That's all fair play in love and war. However, Andrew Dallas has to manage the situation so much better, Gordon.
I mean, his clubs week in, week out are going to Celtic Park and Ibrox and getting battered because these teams have got much more money and much better players. Surely they're allowed to do what they have to do within certain limits, Hugh, to try and get something out of the game. Have we become that sensitive about this stuff?
Celtic and Rangers supporters, when things don't go to their liking, they come up with all manner of excuses. You remember the Livingston game, the great call we had from a gentleman who said that Livingston had spoiled the game with their tactics. Well, quite how you spoil the game when you score 2 goals.
The guys that always says, I like to see centre forwards taking penalty. That killer instinct as well, so then maybe with Defoe or Morelos.
Let's speak to Craig, who's also on the line as a Rangers fan. Hi, Craig.
Hi guys, how you doing? I've got to say, you know, from a fellow Rangers fan that was talking about the time at the end, and that great with the officials, that to me is irrelevant, because frankly, you know, number one, today, to be clear, was not a great performance from us.
So, Sunday, continuation from last night. Don't know where we left off, not looked yet.
Quite disappointed.
No doubt there might be a bit of editing.
Andrew Dallas has had an absolute shocker today. I'm sorry, but Liam Donnelly shouldn't have been in the park.
Busy last night.
He wipes out Defoe, which leads to the Tavernier free kick that hit over.
See how things go. Sunday
He just completely
could be a bit different. Kids going back to school.
He then does a similar thing further up the park.
So it might not be as busy.
Back to Stephen Davis and just wipes him out.
Who knows?
He gets booked for that. That should be second booking and a red card. Now, Andrew Dallas sees the challenge in Defoe. He sees that it's a foul and that it's a free kick. How he doesn't see what 50-odd thousand fans in that stadium can see, that it is clearly a booking.
The first person to get it right where I am, get a big shout out.
Two penalties today because clearly handballs it.
Comments below.
Position, it prevents the ball from getting through the Scott Arfield, so that is a penalty. The only two decisions he got right in the whole game were the penalty that he didn't walk to Rangers, and the second hand goal that was a minor clean up was...
That was a good wee bit of discussion in the football phone.
The position of the boys' hands, for me, weren't unnatural, so that's fine. The rest of the game, though, he just... and take nothing away from the performance of Motherwell, but players from Motherwell are flying out the challenge all over that park, and particularly Liam Donnelly and Liam Pollock. And Donnelly, like I say, has 2 challenges that should constitute him being sent off.
Was he right to award Rangers goal, Craig? I'm looking forward to hearing Stephen Robinson on that, because I know there was certainly some question marks of whether Donnelly, that you mentioned, was fouled in the build-up, or indeed whether it was offside.
Well, so I think, personally, I don't think that there was a foul on Donnelly in the build-up. However, what I would say and where I would agree, to be fair, to have a fair point of view, I do actually think it was probably offside. So I do, in that respect, yes, that's one that went for it. But there was at least 2 or 3 that went against it. If that other penalties awarded like it should be, albeit I think Tav's made another pass yet on the penalty and should probably, you know, he should probably change it up. He should probably change it up just now and put somebody else on it. But if other penalty comes, it's a fair chance that's going to end up in the back of the net anyway. And this is at a point in time in the game where actually it was still 0-0. So at that point in the game, you know, Motherwell might not then go up and score the goal they did. Again, I'm not taking it away from their performance at all, because they deserve it. I'm just saying, at that point in the game, it's 0-0, and Andrew Dallas is standing in front of it, just the same with the first card for Liam Donnelly, and he does again. I don't know whether the guys...
Well, Alex was there. Let me put it to Alex. We've not obviously had the chance to see...
but wasn't going to mention what went for them in the positive side, because it sounds like Defoe's goal may be offside.
Well, we don't know yet. And to be fair, when put to Craig, he held his hands up.
Yeah, but Craig wasn't prepared to give that information out until it was put to him. That's what I'm saying. It's okay having a go at referees. I don't know. Alec was at the game. I'll need to watch it tonight. And then obviously I'm the first to criticise Andrew, and I'll be
You're the last.
I'll be on the phone to him.
You're the last.
I said at the time, I says my instinct was that he was offside. However, I'm 60 odd yards away from that.
Back.
You know, yeah, absolutely. So I think obviously the television cameras will give us it. But from a Motherwell perspective, he will feel, and it's in. When there was a coming together with Defoe, and he got the other side of the midfielder, he looked back to see if the referee was giving it, and then he continued on, and then it bounced back to Davis. He got the shot off, and I was just thinking to myself, because it was a cutback, did the Motherwell backline push up, resulting on him offside? But obviously time will tell that.
And listen, getting penalties guarantees you nothing, because I can tell you Man United have just missed their second of the first half.
Rashford again?
It was Rashford in the first one and Martial in the second. Tim Krul saved them both.
Wow.
In the first half, so there we go. Hugh Keevins is here, Mark Wilson and Gordon Dale alongside him. Alex Ray is still with us at Ibrox taking your call, so thank you very much to Craig for giving us his thoughts on the match. If you want to do so, 0141 951 1025. You can tweet at Clyde SSB, and let's hear again from you Aberdeen and Celtic fans. Aberdeen fans, just how disappointing was that? Where does this leave Derek McInnes? And Celtic fans, how good an away performance was that one after some of the criticism you've had on the road? Give us a call, send us a tweet. Hopefully we'll hear from Stephen Gerrard and Stephen Robinson next.
Sky Store, you're in for a web-swinging adventure.
What is going on?
The Snapdraw won't let out.
So I hope you all remember to put the clocks back. Those from the UK. Get an extra hour. Dark nights again. Soon be Halloween. I'm going to disguise myself as that delivery driver.
You start getting a wee bit leggy in the second half, and to ask players then to up your performance levels is very, very difficult. So I think Neil Lennon would have been quite firm in that in his team talk, saying we need to get right at this team straight from the off, and they did. I mean, 10 and a half minutes in, they're 1 up and they were cruising after that. So the start was all important today, that's for sure.
I'm not just with the first 30 minutes. I know the game's won at half time. I thought Celtic were excellent for 90 minutes plus today. I really did. I know they didn't score the goals in the second half. The pace of the game went down a little bit. They still controlled it. They still looked very comfortable. They used their subs. I just thought it was a perfect day for Celtic.
You know, Celtic finish at 10 o'clock on Thursday night, and they finish on an absolute high, and the place is buzzing. As I understand it, they were given Friday off.
shows you what he's still got to offer. He has
Normally I
still
would
got
do
to
a
offer
wee...
Celtic for me.
What do you think,
I
Alan?
would just go and
Yeah, I got Gordon's bang on and
sit down and chill.
been a great servant. I seen that bit at the start.
And quiet.
There was a lot of people saying sell Tom Roger.
That'll take you a wee run.
Roger's a magnificent player. Maybe the competition for place will make it even better for Tom Roger because he knows he has to up his performance to get a game. The only downside of the buzzer downside is I'm still not 100% sure about the full-back that the leg back and gives the ball away an awful lot because the situation with Greg Taylor.
Neil Lennon's been speaking with Greg Taylor, and he said he recently had a conversation with him because people like yourself, Alan, are wondering, well, a £2 million fullback, we haven't seen hide or hair of him. So he's had a word and he's assured them that his time will come, but for whatever reason, that time is not here yet. I just wonder, maybe St Mirren Wednesday night at Celtic Park, might that be the opportunity to blunt Greg Taylor? Because, like you, it's a mystery to me why he's not even making the bench.
Curious as to what makes you not sure about Bolingoli after today, Alan. What was it? I don't remember him doing much wrong today. What was it that makes you say that?
At Gordon, it's just simply down to giving the ball away. I just don't think he looks confident enough. I think that he's getting carried just now by a lot of very, very good teammates. I've got to be honest. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he blossoms into a fantastic fullback. But I'm just, I've got my worries about him.
Don't agree with that, I'm sorry. I think he did better. He had a sort of a shaky start to his Celtic career, and I think the boy's getting better and better and better, to be fair. I didn't look at him today and think, do you know what, he's not had a great game. I thought he was as good as anybody else in the pitch. I thought he'd done his job. So, no, I'm sorry, I can't, everybody looks at the game different. Everybody's got their favourites and guys that they think, you know, well, he's not as good as the other players at full-back or whatever it may be. I think Bolingoli just now is playing some good stuff and deserves to win the team.
Here's what Derek McInnes made of it.
Thought we were awful. Thought we, after losing the first goal, we lacked personality and determination. It almost felt every time the ball went in our box first half, it was ended up in a goal for Celtic. I thought that up until the first goal there was at least a bit of what was everything we were doing, trying to put a press on, got out the pitch. We knew Celtic would have that rotation, find a spare man through their centre halves and midfield. I thought I felt for Greg and Zach in there because as good as they were last week, it's when you're up against three international players in there, as good players as Celtic have got in there, it was a bit more difficult for them to kind of play, get to grips with that midfield. But that wasn't really the biggest issue for me. The biggest issue was a lack of tackles, a lack of contact, lack of determination. The first goal in particular is awful for how Edouard can just come off, receive a throw in and almost amble his way through. Amble's probably the wrong word because it's good play for them, but the lack of challenge and lack of determination to stop that happening was particularly poor for me, and it didn't get much better defensively, and I think we lost confidence from there on in. We looked like a team who stood back and admired Celtic's good play, and for me we can still lose to Celtic. With Celtic are at their best, we can still lose that game, but I don't expect us to lose the types of goals we lost today, because I expect us to let Celtic go over there a bit more than what we actually did.
How does a day like today reflect on Derek McInnes, Gordon?
I think it puts them under a little bit of pressure with another section of Aberdeen fans. You know, you can say that he can pick holes in his Aberdeen team, which is quite rightly to do, because he's saying he's disappointed with the goals and, you know, the way that it was too easy for Celtic. But I think you've got to give all the credit to Celtic. I thought their movement was too good for Aberdeen. Derek McInnes, he's got a bit of work to do. new training ground, everything happening up there, big things happening for Aberdeen. So they demand the best, but the best thing for Derek is he's got a good relationship with the board. I don't think he's got to get the sack any time, but I think he's got to really look at our performance, look at some of his players, and Aberdeen need to start picking up, Gordon. They've had a poor start to the season.
That relationship might well be good for Derek. Maybe not good for some of the fans though, Hugh, who are unhappy at the current situation.
Yeah, they are 10 points behind Celtic and Rangers now. Everyone looks at Aberdeen as the third force. The third force are trailing by 10 points.
So we're on Westminster Road Street.
If you take it on an average basis, they'll end up 38 points behind Celtic and Rangers at the end of the season. Therefore, Aberdeen, Neil Lennon spoke about Celtic being in a good place. Aberdeen are in a mediocre place. And it's just, they're a good crowd today, given that the game was live on television, given that it's a 12:15 kick-off on a Sunday, given the horrible weather. However,
coming up to St. Cloud
right now are better than the team.
The number you need to get in touch tonight is 0141 951 1025. If you would rather tweet,
driving round
then you can do so at Clyde SSB. Brian is a Rangers fan on the line. What did you make of today's football, Brian?
Well, I watched the Aberdeen Celtic game. I know a lot of my fellow fans, wouldn't bother watching it. I was the same as anybody else. I thought Celtic would probably win the game today, but I thought it would be close. I was absolutely shocked at how poor Aberdeen, the so-called third best team in the country were. They were so passive, When you're facing Celtic, if you look at Livingston a few weeks ago, Livingston gets Celtic's faces. There was no airs and graces. They were going to play a really physical, game and see how Celtic would like that. And today, my God, I've got a second point. If you could let me.
On you go with your Rangers point. That's fine. On you go.
Yeah, my Rangers point is I don't go to see Rangers now. It's a family situation. If you've got time, some other time, I know you've not got much time, I would tell you why that is, right? But I was reading Facebook, and once again, Rangers are going to win 3-4-5-0. Rangers fans are going to realise that we've not arrived at that situation yet, and it's winning that's the most important thing. And I was so glad we won today. And to be honest, a lot of the games we lost last season, it's a lot of points we dropped last season. We dropped points against Hibs at Ibrox twice. We dropped points against Kilmarnock at Ibrox twice. We even dropped points against St Johnstone later on in the season. They really contribute to us finishing 9 points behind Celtic.
Let me put that to Alex Ray, Brian. It's an interesting one. It's one of those cliches, Alex, but I'll just go for it anyway. Why not? Is that a game Rangers might not have won last season?
Without a doubt, Gordon. I think the key thing for me was the character they showed, because it wasn't a vintage performance by any stretch of the imagination. They dug it out, they huffed and puffed, and Helander wanted that cross more so than anyone else in the park, and he gets a glance around to the far post. So the key thing is character. Is you're not going to beat everybody comprehensively every week, and it's about getting the 3 points. Ultimately, Rangers get plenty of credit about the performance the other night. The performance wasn't great by any stretch today, but the 3 points are as important as the 5-0 a couple of weeks ago, because what it does is it keeps them level points with Celtic, and it keeps them going in the right track, and momentum is everything.
Such has been the dominance that both Rangers and Celtic have shown at home this season. That would be, just making sure I've got this right, that's the closest either have come to not winning at home, yeah? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah. Just to go back to Brian's point about how bad Aberdeen were, yeah, absolutely not a kindly word able to be said about them. They were shocking. But, you can, as a Rangers supporter, you can say, expecting more of them. I would just like to remind you, Rangers beat them 5-0.
Yeah, Alex, what would you put it down to that Rangers weren't at their best today? How much credit does go to Motherwell? How much was Thursday night a factor? You never really can tell, can you?
No, you can't, Gordon, but I have to say the way that Motherwell set up, it was very impressive, because he's got a game plan, Stephen Robinson. He spoke about it at the top of the programme, and he says, judge me at 5 o'clock, Motherwell got it right today. They pressed really high up. You put a lot of pressure on the ball. Rangers didn't get that fluency that they normally have here, and it worked a treat. You know, there's lots of ways to play against Rangers at Ibrox. You can sit back.
Everybody wanna get down when you hear the sound and you bump the beat. 365 days a year, 24 a day, 7 days a week. Now when you're driving in your 4x4 and you turn this up on your stereo, whether night or day, no stop the plane, you still want more. Girls got the guys on the floor, from the front to the back, let's go. Hear this? Somebody hit the lights, so we can rock it day and night. People getting down, that's right, from AM to PM. Everybody looking like stars, all the chicks and the fellas in the bars. All of y'all bumping this in your cars, from AM to PM.
In half a mile, turn right on down Bromley Street.
Everybody in the club, come on, put your bottom in your head now to this song. You got the beat, the breaks, and your body shake, and we're doing it all night long. Any time, a place, any place, time, no, we don't need no sleep. 365 days a year, 24 a day, 7 days a week. So, find a honey that's standing on the wall. All the girls and the guys on the floor, from the front to the back, let's go. Hear this? Somebody hit the lights, so we can rock it day and night. People getting down, that's right, from AM to PM. Everybody looking like stars, all the chicks and the fellas in the bars. All of y'all bumping this in your cars, from AM to PM. Somebody hit the lights, so we can rock it day and night. People getting down, that's right, from AM to PM. Everybody looking like stars, all the chicks and the fellas in the bars. All of y'all bumping this in your cars, from AM to PM.
This is the Clyde One Throwback.
You and I and nobody else. Feeling feelings I never felt. The way you got me under your spell.
Turn right on down Bromley Street
Don't you
East.
keep it all to yourself. So won't you take it? I feel like for the first time I am not faking.
In half a mile, bear right onto Gulfport Drive.
Now you're playing. Master of anticipation, don't you keep it all to yourself. Photograph with no t-shirt on.
Bear right onto Gulfport Drive.
So long. I promise to keep this a secret I never tell. Don't you keep it all to yourself.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left onto Huddy Hill.
I feel like for the first time I am not faking. Fingers on my buttons and now you're playing. Master of anticipation, don't you keep it all to
It's Little Mix and Touch. They've just upset a lot of fans in Australia and New Zealand. They've just cancelled the whole tour, and they've
Turn
already
left
postponed
onto
the
Hardy
tour as
Hill,
well and changed
then
all
the
the dates. So
destination
they're
is on
really
your
upset these
left.
fans. And this is so they can record the next album. Like, maybe for Christmas, somebody should buy the girls a diary. I think that might be a good idea. Maybe plan ahead. Right, on the way, throwbacks from Usher, Mystique, and I'll play you Zed,
160 yards. The destination is on your left. 63 Hardy Hill.
Of last year's Panther production Cinderella, we take you on another exciting, fun-filled adventure. The Magical Adventures of Pinocchio. Starring Liam Dolan, Grado, Stephen Curtin, Scott Fletcher, Holly Jack, and a full supporting cast. It's sure to be the funniest affordable.
The destination is on your left.
Pinocchio at the
63 Hardy Hill.
from 28th
Arrived.
November. Book online now at paviliontheatre.co.uk or call the box office on 0141 332 1846. Did you know at Arnold Clark we offer a range of interest-free payments?
On Monday the 28th of October, we will need to implement total closures of the westbound carriageway. Drivers are advised to expect
Used to use
delays. Follow @Traffic Scotland and
Google Maps for doing deliveries.
If you're in business and uncertain of the consequences of Brexit, help is at hand.
They're not as accurate as
Enterprise and Skills Agencies is open to all businesses across Scotland. It's a comprehensive
Apple Maps, the iOS version. It's more accurate to the house. Where the Google was, it got you there, but you could have been about 10 houses either side. This with the Apple one, it's more direct to the outside the house. That's why I use that.
You get 25 months free banking and specialist support to help you start, run and grow your business.
Most of the roads are easy. Roads to go to are easy, but up some of these wee council estates and places where it's a lot easier, more direct with the Apple Maps.
But with their Wi-Fi guarantee, they can guarantee Wi-Fi in every room of your home. If not, you get money back. Absolute classic. Sky, believe in better. Requires Sky Broadband Boost and Sky Kit. Refund and boost component of subscription paid during promo.
So I have had a few deliveries, but just not recorded them. Only about 3. It's a bit too dark now, and I think my battery's going to be running out soon.
Give it a whirl and join them online to enjoy your 3 months free trial. Check lightone.com now to win £500 cash and a Coach lifetime subscription.
Line 1, Smurfback.
Waiting for the time to pass you by. Hope the wind to change will change your mind.
So if you're ever looking for a good Indian to take away, and you just happen to be where I am, do a search for Soni Spice, which is S-O-N-I Spice. Food's brilliant. Good reviews on Just Eat.
Gauntlet Road. In a quarter of a mile, turn right onto Collins Road.
Sunday throwback. Her other half, Orlando Bloom, he's in a series now on Netflix. I've completely forgotten the name of it, and I watched the first episode. I thought it was pretty terrible, and I gave up, but my missus carried on with it, and I spotted her watching it the other night. It actually looks really good.
Alright. No, not yet. Gritters! The gritter out on the road! Dear me. And he's gritting by the looks of it. Hello.
Hello, Leo.
Hi.
One delivery.
Okay, I'm just about to pick one up from the Lido, so I'll give you a shout when I've got it, or do you want to start yours and I'll get yours after it?
What time? 10 minutes? 15?
Should be about 15, yeah.
Okay, no problem then.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. already.
on Sinclair Street, then turn right onto West Clyde Street.
Sunday night is the throwback. Tonight's just 2 hours of throwback tunes. Normally it's 3, but tonight from 9 o'clock, Fleur East is going to be here with the likes of Craig David. We've got a special celebration of Black History Month on the way at 9 tonight. Right, next up I have got Crazy Town Commitment out to fly, but first is the Pussycat Dolls.
Turn right onto West Clyde Street. In 2.1 miles, turn right onto Water's Edge Court.
West of Scotland at night. Makes it harder looking for houses. They're all names, not numbers. Somebody gives you a number.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Water's Edge Court.
Nice houses, mind you. Never been up to this one before.
this when it came out. Still love it now. Crazy Town and Butterfly. And it's a
Turn right onto Water's Edge Court, then arrive at your destination.
One-hit wonder, but they did have one other hit, and that was it. But they're still on the go in America. I think they call themselves Crazy Town X now. I don't know why. And before that, Pussycat Dolls.
In 130 yards, arrive at 18 Ruellen Court.
9 o'clock tonight, we've got a celebration of Black History Month on the way with Fleur East and Craig David on the show. That's going to be awesome. Make sure you check it out at 9. Still to come though, throwbacks on the way from Jason Derulo and Room 5 with that tune from the Lynx advert, Make Love.
Arrive at 18 Ruellen Court.
It's been a great week on Bay and breakfast with Polly from Entry winning the 5k minute. You've won £5,000 together. Hopefully we can do that again.
1.
Really cool.
followed by the hash sign to be connected to the customer. Thanks. Putting you through now. This is the Vodafone voicemail service for... Hi, please leave a message. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Hi, this is the delivery driver for your food. Could you please give me a call on 07976 309074? Thank you, bye. Got a bit lost there. All becomes a bit Irish. Right, that's my battery running out, so you'll probably get cut off. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I'll